And according to the little red box up in the corner, it shows that we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Groove Zones sound to stage page. Something like that. Concert to stage. Something like that. Hi, let me back up. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Groove Zones, the sessions. It's March Madness, and this is our second installment. It is March 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. By the time I'm done talking, it might be 6:02 Pacific time. Anyway, I'm DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Tacoma, Washington this afternoon. And with me, I have got an awesome special guest. It's his second appearance to the show. James Spectrum of PEPE DELUXE is in with us today. So I'm not going to continue talking. I'm going to just let the bell keep ringing. And I think that means that every time that bell rings, that an angel gets its wings. In which case, I think that 3 of them just got their wings, unless my math is as bad as I think it is. Anyway, like I said, I could keep talking until about 8 o'clock tonight if I don't stop. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. This is March Madness. Special guest, James Spectrum of PEPE DELUXE. And we are ready to rock. Well, I am. Are you? I hope so. Because here we go, kids. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Yo, what's going down? This is your boy Dub FX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that. Peace.
You don't stop to look around once in a while. You could miss it.
Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
Quite okay. Hey, sorry. I wrote you an email an hour ago about that I'm going to be 20 minutes late, but I realized that it's still in my inbox. So that's yeah. So
And I did not know that. How did I not know that?
Yeah.
Actually,
sorry about that.
No, not at all, James. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
How's the health? Well, hang on a second. How's everybody's health?
Yeah, it's. I think there's quite a few of the European countries have this sort of feeling where it's almost like the end of the year, school year, but you're not quite sure about your numbers yet. so it's
right.
So it's like because at one hand we know that with Omicron, the like in Finland there's only like 5 people in intensive care, but
how many?
Yeah, it's only 5 people. Yes, it all kind of depends on if we get some proper opportunity, because right now we don't have a US label, and even as you know,
what happened with Catskills?
No, because we are on Catskills, but because they are British labels, so it's for them to. I mean, we got two really nice people doing some people doing promotion in USA, but like with last album we were licensed by Asthmatic Kitty, but now that Kitty's gone, it's private for Sufjan Stevens. So
one thing after another.
Yeah. So it's really difficult to organize, and of course during the last 2 years, pretty much nobody's been thinking about
right.
Yeah. And even local gigs have been like, it's almost like, can you book a gig in like 1 month, because things gonna be probably by the time you I mean, you take the time for rehearsing and organizing everything, and 2 days before the gig you get this like, sorry, everything's canceled again for like 3 weeks. So
I know, and you can't work like that.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. Although Europe and the UK have definitely been having their fair share of festivals already.
Yeah.
So
there's more stuff happening, but I think like everybody from like medium sized to bigger, there's a little bit careful because it's such a huge investment of time, money, and it's a big risk also for organizers. So let's hope things will start running this summer. But and with us, it's really about like we need to have some proper excuse, somebody handling at least part of the bill. So
no doubt. Although I think it would be excellent, it would be so fantastic to be able to see a PEPE tour. That would be awesome. And what you were saying earlier about you're not a musician or not a performer, but not because you are a musician. You're not. I've seen you on stage.
Yeah.
You have a blast. So
Yeah.
So you can cut the rug, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's part like the main parts of PEPE, and there's stuff that I like to do, especially to get out of the sort of the comfort zone. But it's like I'm not a performer first, like many of the musicians. Like it's their main thing. Or making records is almost like something they have to do to perform, whereas I perform in order to be able to make more records. So that way, and that's why, because we perform so rarely, it's also fun because it's more special. As you know, I'm not a friend of repetition. Not on album, not on music, and also not in live. So
right. Well, so you can do that, but I don't. Maybe there will come a day when like PEPE, long after you have quote unquote disbanded, you'll come back together for that reunion tour and play like the casino circuit. I don't see that happening.
No.
I see longevity I see longevity with the band because you are always in a forward motion.
Yeah. And that's why I never say that we won't be like the first. We've had a few different kinds of live setups, starting with the original PEPE lineup where it was like expanded DJ set, and then we've had like full band plus me, musicians plus me.
Right. Plus you, whatever.
The captain. Yeah, you have to have the captain there. So, and I don't know what's the next one will be. So it kind of depends. If we won't be doing any live for volume 1, I think there's going to be still going to be some kind of a phantom cabinet live, because like I said, we're working on volume 2, and it's more like it's almost like this realization that it is a concept that we will be developing further, which means that the collection of the incredible instruments and the sounds and all that, all the ideas that goes with that. It's
my point being though is that the music is very full and is probably okay. So for example, like Ryan, that he's heard stuff of yours in the past, but it was finally the Phantom Cabinet that he was finally able to like really get into the whole PEPE sound. Whereas for me, I had already heard of you guys since like before you leave, but for me, it was Queen of the Wave though. It wasn't either. It was Beatitude.
Yeah.
That was the one that introduced me to you guys fully, and I was just like,
loved it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be going totally back because we want to keep going forward. I get that. But
well, it's sort of because if you think about like this album, there's I think there's even more complexity that there has been in the past, even though we got pretty much the same theme and we got sort of similar elements. I mean, it's still all compositions by Paul. You got all the melodies. There's maybe even more layers of things, but also there's stuff that we haven't had since I think the first album. So there's plenty of spoken word stuff.
Okay.
You know, and sort of samples. So it's almost like taking in ideas from where we originally come from. Like, so that's also it's.
I love that.
Yeah,
I totally love that.
Yeah.
For years, we
and now it was like the right time for it. So it wasn't with Queen of the Wave, but this album was like this is the right time to do that.
No, no doubt. What was the distance between in years between Queen of the Wave and the Cabinet? How much time passed? 10 years? No, over 10 years.
Yeah. No, well, 9. yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually 10. Yeah. Well, 9.5, I'd say.
Okay. And that's a good little piece of time for there to be a break. But then the thing is, so you put this out and you can totally see where your talents and your mind and your compositions have been gearing towards. So now I'm totally stoked about the fact that there's a volume 2. When? Do you have any idea how soon?
Well, it's sort of we could release volume 2 in like musically. I mean, we could master it. Of course, we don't do it releasing. It's record companies,
right?
Hopefully, Catskills. But we could have volume 2 ready in like few months, but it wouldn't be the right volume 2. So now we have enough material for one album, but we want to write a little bit more because first of all, I have a basic idea.
Okay.
What the album should feel like. So I want to have a little bit more, a bit shorter pop tunes, because there's also some really crazy material and also because we had 20 songs that were pretty much ready when we were assembling this album, and we realized that these make the good volume 1, and now we got plenty of material, but it's not material that's it doesn't kind of form this thing that I feel is volume 2. So it's lacking some parts, so some details, some sounds, some ideas, some vibes that because I don't want it to be like a version like a worse version of number 1. So it has to be different.
I totally get that, because a lot of times I'm sure you can probably think of some too, but I know that over the years there have been different albums that bands have put out where there's like a part 1 and a part 2, and sometimes it's that second part that will totally diminish almost the quality of the first one. It's like I don't. So but it's okay though that you guys are taking a little bit of time. Because a lot of us are still digesting volume 1. You know.
So not in a few months, but it will hopefully at least I'm knocking on wood, but I hope that it's pretty much ready, by the end of the year. So even
in deluxe time, it will happen.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
So,
And we never intended to take 9 years. It's not like, you know, we're just, you know, being counting out. Digging and
right.
you know,
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. It's just instead of vinyl and sampling other people's music, we are looking for these strange instruments and that kind of, you know, sonic breaks.
James, the music is so thick with. I mean, it's like
sorry about that. Yeah, it is.
No, but it is such a full, rounded sound, regardless of which track it is. That I mean, it's just like you can totally see like the epic quality of the release, and it's, you know, because I'm thinking back to the point where, like what I was mentioning a minute ago, Queen of the Wave. You know, when that came out, very full album. I mean, they all have been incredible, but anyway.
Well, you know, can you hear me okay? Okay, I think you can hear me all right. So that was the first part of the interview. I hope that your audio is turning out better than what I'm hearing on this end, because I'm not exactly sure where the glitches are happening, but it's almost like a buffering issue. Anyway, you still get the gist of the interview. What our second 2 weeks, which would be week 3 and week 4 of March Madness might end up having to be, is us rerunning all of the interviews after they've been like maybe cut down or something, if that might be the issue. I don't know. Only the computer man knows. But we're not hanging with the computer man today. We are hanging with PEPE Deluxe's James Spectrum. I'm DJ D Phoenix. What I need you to do, because this is the end of the first one, go and refresh your screen here in just a minute, and then we'll pop up again. So hit that second show that comes up here in just a few. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Just hang out, and we'll see you guys here shortly. All right. PEPE Deluxe on its way back momentarily. In 1, 2. The box says we're live, so we'll just do whatever the box says to do, like Jack in the Box or Simon Says, or PEPE Deluxe. So this is part 2 of our second visit from James Spectrum, PEPE Deluxe. They're out of Finland, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't checked them out before, check them out now. Going back into the late 90s, have had incredible stuff out. Most of us were introduced to them through either the Lee or the Levi jeans ad. And I think that was either Before You Leave or Woman in Blue. Watch it be neither one of them. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get back to the show. He's more interesting than I am. But thank you very much for tuning in. You are watching the Groove Zone Networks, the sessions with DJ D Phoenix, and these are our special March Madness episodes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, applesauce, we've got good video on this one. You ready? I think I am. James, how about you?
We're just, you know, being counting our toes and fingers and or
ready,
because we've been doing, you know, other stuff too. I've been producing albums for other artists, and we had these projects, various things like, you know, the Angry Birds thing and all kind of things happening there. Plus, there's been lots of kind of, you know, just kind of developing various not even music but tools for music and all these other things.
Right.
And the work with the museums and universities, it is surprisingly slow sometimes. So sometimes it was not just a stalagmite organ thing, because it took over 6 years to get that one, and it should have been a little bit of a warning for us, because things were faster with museums, but even with them sometimes, I think the longest one took almost 3.5 years.
6 years to get you okay to go in and play the organ?
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that kind of, but that was really good that we made it happen, because that was really the master key that's been opening doors to the universities and museums, showing the stalagmite organ.
Right.
Because most of the people, the surprising, so many people have seen it in the USA, but it's still rather unknown outside the US, even in the US.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But the ones that are familiar with it, though, we just totally love it. So I think that I think that is probably one of your biggest feathers in your cap.
Yeah.
Totally. And and I can only imagine how much you have been able to totally dig that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's fun because it's sort of a feather that has nothing to do with the normal, the normal music business, like selling records. So it's more of a thing where, like I said, it's sort of a master kit, so we can approach all kinds of cool people and interesting characters, and going anything from an astronaut to an author. We've done this, because if we just send a song, they might like it, or they might like death metal, or they might like something. But if we send that one, it doesn't matter if they like the music or not. It's like, whoa, what's that? Because it's straight out of Jules Verne book. So
that you just said it right there. It's got such a Jules Verne League of Extraordinary Gentlemen kind of feel to it. In fact, it's funny because you mentioned it a minute ago. You said crazy music or wild music. And I'm thinking, how can it get any crazier or more wild than what you guys already do?
Yeah.
I mean,
but on the other hand, this is sort of a paradox. We've had this discussion with many people, and I think, is it like, are we the crazy people, or is it the world that's crazy? Because to me, what we do feels like this like it's so normal. We're just doing this little kids thing. We are playing with music, doing all kinds of fun things instead of composing music and writing things and approaching it like, this is like how songs are composed, and this is things people want to hear about, which would be like the normal way of working.
Right.
So instead of we're just like, what are interesting things, like, steamships. Yeah, steamships are great. Like, look, and there's comic book things. So there's an organ on a steamship. Yeah, let's record it. So that's sort of, is it crazy, or is it actually more natural than
I think it depends on which side of the lens you're looking at it from.
Yeah.
Are you the one being filmed, or are you the one filming? But for you though, it's just everyday, like common stuff. But it's because of your musical background and just from your mind, you're able to create things that most of us would never even dream of until we hear your music, and then it's like, then that's when the dreams come in. Because
but it's also that there's no kind of, it's not like we we are somehow special. We are actually like, it's just like, I think I blame the system, like the way we, I mean, how the way we listen to music and imagine it. Like it used to be that music is bands, like you have this like it, and bands means drums, guitar, bass, and keyboards, and now it seems that music's turned into its background plus a singer, or it's a singer plus background.
Right.
So we define music by it's something that supports the singer who appears on screen,
right,
or you're listening to, but and she is advertising something, cosmetics.
Bingo. Bingo. So, I was going to say, because it is so visual.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you're at, it especially the backgrounds. It's like, if that happens, it's like it. When you said that, I was thinking of like 100 pop singers.
Yeah.
It could have been And I'm so glad that you guys have got something out on the horizon. That's totally awesome. So what is the outlook then for PEPE here in the near future? Obviously still working on music. No world tour yet.
No.
What about autograph signings?
Well, at least album signings.
There you go.
I think now is really good time also, because it's I haven't been actively looking for new treasures, but I've got a few ideas. I mean, I got a few leads for instruments, a few leads for sounds, also for equipment. I mean, building, not buying, but actually building. I came up with this idea, a few ideas. It's basically like, most of the stuff we have in the studio is like it's things that are designed by engineers for engineers.
Okay.
Whereas like we, it's, couldn't the studio tools also be instruments? And I started thinking about that, and then I started thinking about like metaphysical things, and what would be like mojo things in a studio. And I'm working with a few people with some really crazy ideas of having things that are sort of adding magic there. Have you seen the video about this guy who's searching for the guitar tone or trying to match it, and he's who builds he's a guitar builder, and he starts removing parts of the guitar to find out that what's actually creating the sound of the electric guitar.
I think I actually did catch that.
And he ends up with nothing. It's like headstock, and he just has the strings tightened over like two tables. So it's basically air guitar. There's nothing but strings and pickup, and it's still pretty much the same sound.
Wow.
I'm realizing that most of these things are, it is like pretty much everything in music is illusion. Like great mixes are illusions. It's all about the what's important in music. It's almost always an illusion. All this like keeping it real, I mean, that's an illusion. And all this. So I started thinking other way, that what would be things that would be like helping the creativity in the studio. Not meaning the technical things, but things that would add vibes. What would be like magical things there. So I'm sort of pushing that, researching that at the moment.
You are, but I can, just in listening to you though, I know that your mind is several steps ahead of most people that I know, in this sense that it's like probably when you look at something and you sometimes automatically just go, it's like you try to figure out like what kind of sound would that thing make, and that's one of the things that I do love about Pepe is that if you're listening really close, you may not know exactly what it is, but you'll hear these like distinct sounds.
Yeah. And I think that's been one of the most important things about Phantom Cabinet when we started working on it and working with these incredible instruments. It was I want to make sure that even if you don't know anything about the story, anything about these instruments, anything about the background, it's still enjoyable music.
Exactly.
And you get and great sounds.
Yep.
So and for those few who actually want to know more, you can read about them and watch the video stuff and everything, and then you can get more. And everything, and then you can get more out of it.
Oh yeah,
and
no
you
doubt.
Can go into detail, but you don't need that stuff in order to be enjoy it. So
exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, because, and I don't want to get off track here, but I mean, even just the idea that you got between the illustrations of this latest project. But I want to answer real quick, and I don't know which get us off here. The video that you sent me, I want to say Helsman Brothers or
Von Herzen Brothers. Yeah.
Yes. Now, you were saying something earlier that you had done some production work or done a mix.
Yeah.
It's
for them.
Was?
Yeah.
Is that you?
For them. Yeah.
Oh.
Produced the album. Yeah.
Okay, I'm even more impressed now than I was a few minutes ago. Then, oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
So that is okay.
I'll send you after this. I'll send you the single that was released. They released only like one single, one video before the album that's coming out next month, and that's because the song is so good and the video is so excellent that they realized that they can't release any song after that. Because anything after that will be like
wow. I love stuff like that. Like your pre-release stuff for even the cabinet with me was just totally appreciated. But anything like that, any toys or any fun stuff like that you've got audio wise or whatever, send it on over. But always let me know though if it's okay to share or if it's not okay. But you bet. I love trading stuff like that.
But the link I sent you, I mean the little chat, it's really interesting. I mean, it's not like interesting, but it's really actually interesting. This when the brothers were composing music, that one of the songs were called Northern Lights.
Okay.
And it made me think about that. I heard about this. I got the vague memory about somebody actually recording the sounds of the Northern Lights, and I found that it's actually a Finnish professor, Untalainen, who's been doing that for 20 years, and he's the only one who's actually been able to capture the real sounds of Northern Lights. And he has this theory about how they appear in because northern lights they actually appear really high. They're like 100 kilometers to 1,000 kilometers, but they cause these electromagnetic pulses, like these little storms, and apparently those are the ones that create the sounds of the northern lights, because people have been reporting them in Canada, in Finland, in Sweden for like centuries, that sounds associated with the northern lights. And he was the first one to actually study that properly and recording them. He's got this like super sensitive recording system, and
that's amazing. So is Finland situated latitude or longitude in such a way that you're able to see the northern lights from where you're at?
Yeah.
You do?
So it's like we're pretty up. It would be actually super cold here because this is like Alaska high, but
it is.
Okay. But because of the Gulf Stream, it's much warmer here, so it's not like
okay.
down in Finland. Yeah.
Because I just got cold for you there a second ago.
Yeah. But anyways, we got these recordings of northern lights from Untala, the professor, and we and permission to use them, and we used them on the intro of the song. So that's in the video clip. So
cool.
And that's sort of a PEPE thing of taking something that's abstract, like a song about northern lights, and then having the actual sounds. So you get this connection and expanding the whole thing. So that's my sort of producer thinking that. Yeah.
How cool. Oh my gosh. Hey, I don't know where we're sitting on time. My concern is that I get so lost. Oh wow. You know what? We've only got just a few moments left.
Okay.
So first of all, let me say again. Any shout outs that you would like to do, my friend? Anybody that you'd like to say hello to, or
well, I think I'd love to say hello to especially to all the people who work in this gray zone between art and science somewhere, because I think more and more people like me who see them like two sides of one coin, that there's this connection, they're more or less the same thing. And so I'm all for people who kind of spread the gospel of the art of science and the science of art. So the more people work from those worlds, the more people from those worlds come together, then the better. So I think that way we get both better science and also better art.
No doubt. Music has had some amazing innovators from early on, whether it was like Tangerine Dream or oh my gosh, I can think Kraftwerk. Number of amazing artists that basically built their own music and did incredible stuff with it. So great shout out.
But also on the other hand, I think many of the Nobel, especially in physics, many of the people who'll be getting Nobel awards, the winners, many of them have musical background. There's plenty of violin players, so there definitely is a connection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Okay, so one of the last things. What is your word to the world? Anybody listening today, or watching today, what is your message to them?
Yeah, study the art of science. Study the science of art.
Just like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, James, thank you so much, my friend. I totally enjoyed this. I was kind of starting to wonder a little bit. So now I'll have to go back and read your message saying you're going to be 20 minutes late.
Yeah. I'm
Not
gonna
a
probably
problem.
resend it to you. So.
So I will be
I'll send you the video. I promise that the
please
one had a
do.
lot of privacy. Yeah.
And I will check it all out and get back to you, let you know.
Yeah.
And I will also send you a link when I know this is going to air, probably about another week and a half or so. So
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, hey, my friend, have yourself an amazingly great day.
Yeah.
All right. I'll speak with you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. This has been DJ D Phoenix coming to you from Tacoma, Washington, hanging with James. All right.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in today. That was our interview with James Spectrum at PEPE Deluxe, his second visit to the Groove Zone shows. Always enjoy talking with him. A little bit of a language barrier, but not too bad. He is such an amazing guy to talk with, and has done so many incredible things through his music, and totally love that. So like I said before, if you haven't already checked him out, check out PEPE Deluxe. And you can check out PEPEDeluxe.com. That's PEPE. Okay, let me back up. PEPEDELUXE.com. PEPEDeluxe.com. Now, I could talk until 9 o'clock at this rate, so how about we just call it a day? I'm DJ D Phoenix coming to you from Tacoma, Washington right now, and I want to say thank you very much, as always, for tuning in. Stay tuned. We've got more March Madness this next week with When in Rome and Nick Hayward. And there's still some surprises before the month's over, too, so keep checking it out. All right. Have a great night, you guys. I am over and I am out. DJ D Phoenix, we'll see you guys soon. All right. Ain't that true? That's what I